Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man. What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Shook, host of the Undrafted Outlaw Sports Show. Man, listen, if you want some real down south, Louisiana-style Cajun food, you need to go check out DB's Cajun Kitchen. Yo, they got lobster and grits, seafood boils, signature fries, signature po' boys, signature egg rolls, and desserts. Oh, and my favorite, them gumbo tacos. Yo, they open from 11 to 8, Wednesday to Monday, 11 to 5:30 on Sunday. Located in North Las Vegas at 4343 North Rancho Drive. They even have to-go orders and catering. Hit them up, 725-780-1850, or go to the website, dbcajunkitchen.com. So, yo, don't just tell your friends about me. Tell them about DB's Cajun Kitchen.
This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intims.C. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM. It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5.
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, we are back this week for another episode of Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sirs. We are here, and I do have a guest today, so I will not be talking you all to death for the complete 55 minutes. But I definitely want to welcome you in, give you time to get yourselves together, get your cocktails of the hour, because you already know it's your girl, the sweet-smelling shea butter selling master stylist here in the city of Las Vegas, Nevada, and your happy radio host, Miss Connie. Today I have a special guest in here. I will introduce her in a short second. But before I start the show, I want to thank everyone for taking out the time to engage with me and just be a part of this platform. And shout out to my media people, because guess what, guys? We are TikTok live now. So I haven't even started the segments yet, but yes, I did get access. Shout out to my brander, like Celeb. You guys know him. He was a guest on my show a couple of times, but Celeb is showing out. He is making those numbers do what it do. He's changing the brand. It's no longer at TMO Baby. It is Miss Connie LV. That's spelled out MISSCONNIELV. Yes, that is me. Make sure to follow me on all platforms. That is on Instagram as well as TikTok. And you already know, if you're on my Facebook, that I am Miss Connie Mitchell. And you just click that link, Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth, and share. Let everybody know where we at. Let everybody know that we out here in these streets, in these streams, and we talking about it. Y'all engaging, y'all. We talking about it. But I definitely tapped into some chakras, okay, with the topic last week with the life after rape and just how we were dealing with that, and just, giving a little bit of transparency about what's going on in my life. And I definitely want to say, excuse me, if you or anyone you know has ever felt overwhelmed by emotions that aren't yours, or wondered how past experiences or connections, you know what I'm saying, have affected you, please be free to have a conversation with somebody. I am always here to talk. Make sure you give me a call or reach out to many resources that are out here for people to help them work through their processes. Okay? So definitely, guys, I just want to encourage you to heal yourself in the name of Jesus and love, and stay out of jail. Okay? But today's topic is still tapping into that. We are going to talk about absorbing energies and turning them into positive dynamics, because guess what? Trauma is when you are engaged with other people's lives and trajectory and trauma and life and experiences. Sometimes we get to start second guessing ourselves, but although those stats are high for prison and homicide, there are other routes. And as you can see here, I'm out here on the radio. I'm not going to sit at home and bang my head up against a wall and try to figure it out. I'm going to bring it to radio, and I'm going to talk about your ass on this platform. But my guest today, she has chosen another outlet. She has chosen another outlet to let it all out. So before I go on, I want to introduce you all to my guest. You all have seen her on my flyer looking hecka fly. Okay, she got her back up against the wall, because sometimes you got to pop out and show them. I'm going to welcome Miss Naya Rivera to the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. So before I really let you go on and talk, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about Naya. She is an internationally collected artist. She specializes in large-scale abstract concepts. Her works are very vibrant, guys, like expressive and distinctive. And I know that from looking at your art that you show a level of vulnerability with your work and experiences. So as I bring you onto my platform, I want to ask you the question that I ask everyone when I bring them here. Naya, what is your naked truth?
Oh, that's heavy.
I know.
There's a lot of layers to that. As in my work, there's lots of layers, lots of colors, lots of textures. So it's not just one answer I can give you. It's we're going to get into it. But, yeah, I can't answer it just off the bat. You know, You got to warm me up a little bit, you know.
Ooh, we got to have a little foreplay.
Yeah,
yes. Shout out to Bedroom Boutique Consultant, myself, /11002. So let's get intimate. She wants me to play with her a little bit.
Yes.
So what I will say is that reading over your bio, that I know that you tapped into this this skill at the young tender age of 4.
Yes, I did.
So tell me about how that, just how did they realize, like, yo,
Well, I always had an interest in art at a young age. I was always that little kid that had all the crayons and the pencils and everything right next to me. So I became that person that everybody was waiting in line or standing behind me watching me draw things. And it wasn't until after many years that I realized that my grandmother was also a really, really good artist.
Okay.
Because I grew up military brat. So we were traveling all over the world internationally and all over the U.S. So it wasn't until I got connected to her and had time to bond with her that I realized that this is where I got this from, this talent, this gift. And I had sold like my first big deal was when I was in like second grade. And yeah, I got hired by the Girl Scouts to draw all these like huge Care Bears. And that was the first time I got paid. Yeah, that was the first time I got paid off of something really big. And then after that, I was like drawing on people's clothes. I was painting rocks. I was a hustler at a very young age, and my parents and family always encouraged me to express myself through my creativity.
That's beautiful to know. So, because that was my next question. It's like, were you a drawer on the wall, or you had the tool? Right.
Oh no, I'm military. You will get beat. You
Fingers
will get
broken.
Beat. Everything has a place. Yes sir, yes ma'am. Everything's very orderly. Definitely was not drawn on no walls. My brother, on the other hand, yeah, he would catch that heat because he would do just things that was like, why? Just why?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you sold your first piece by second grade. And just the fact that you had the tools, I wonder, although you go back to the age of 4,
yes,
your parents must have known early on,
yeah,
that this was a part of the DNA. Like, hey,
yeah,
or let's just make her sit and focus. So, okay, being a military brat, do you have siblings?
Oh yes.
So how many siblings do you
I
have?
have 3 siblings.
Are the younger, older?
2 older sisters and 1 younger brother.
So did you spend a lot of time by yourself? Is this how you zoned into this craft?
Yeah, because my 2 older sisters, they're very close in age, and they actually were in the same grade because one skipped a grade. And then my brother, who's the baby, was a boy. So I did spend a lot of time by myself and venturing out. And I was always just very curious and just around a lot of people and just very outgoing. Yeah, extremely outgoing.
Okay. So what were you drawing?
I started off drawing like ladies. I just liked women. Like, I thought women were beautiful. And I will never forget this. I was at the Kingdom Hall. Any of the Jehovah's Witnesses out there?
So you are a Jehovah's Witness. Well, your parents. I'm sorry.
I never got baptized, but I was.
Me either.
My mother converted to Jehovah's Witness when I was very young. But I remember at the age of 4. Being at the Kingdom Hall and sitting there, and I was sitting next to a sister, and she drew me a picture of a woman. And ever since then, it was like I was drawing, like sketching in sketch pads all the time, drawing women, all different types of outfits, fashion, all the things. And then in school, it was just like, I mean, there was kids waiting in line for me to draw something for them. They just
wow. That's so crazy because as I think back, and being a grandparent, a mother of 36 years, I noticed my children's talents at very early ages, and hence this is who they are in their life now. I remember my younger son, Dante, the 31-year-old, he never colored outside of the line.
Wow.
Like, if he colored outside of the line, he would ball it up. Yep. And it would be like, yo, dude, like, what's going on?
Calm down.
Right. But he was obsessed with different things, and it's still, like, his behavior. And then Stefan, my 36-year-old, he broke everything.
Oh, wow.
Like, literally took it apart. He wanted to understand where the sound came from in the radio.
Yeah.
And he's an engineer.
The mechanics, yeah. I was going to say that,
yeah. He just graduated aviation mechanic, and it's like, if you are a present parent, you do see your child's skill sets early on. So, speaking of that, are you a parent yourself?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I have a daughter, and she's awesome. And she's also really creative and an artist, but she also, she didn't get it from me, but she's really good at mathematics and tech and all those things. So, I mean, she's got the best of both worlds as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, yeah. Because listen, if you don't have a skill, definitely be able to have a trade,
Exactly.
And people have to understand that there's different mindsets there. So you say you started off drawing women. You sold your first piece in second grade.
Yes.
And so where did that take you in that realm? Because normally when you're that young and you have a skill, and people start to pressure you, you lose interest.
That
it's
desire,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
I
okay.
never lost that desire.
Okay.
I actually got opportunities like where there was competitions that I would like. My drawings were the mascot for my school twice. Once in second grade, I remember it was a unicorn that I drew, and it was like that became the mascot for like all the yearbooks, all the shirts, everything. And then when we were stationed in Germany, it happened again, and it was a night, and just we were the knights. So it was I won again, and then it was like all the hats, all the paraphernalia for the school. And I remember just being so proud because my dad he wore that hat. He was so proud to wear that hat of my art, walking around in Germany, and I just felt like okay, I'm doing some things. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I did not have the desire to go to a like art institute or anything like that because I just like to draw for me. I just like to draw what I want to draw. And I didn't want someone telling me what materials to use or what inspiration to have. I wanted to do it if I wanted to do it.
Exactly.
Or if I was getting paid.
Right. So there it is. So, okay, understanding that skill set, what is your career now? Like, does it still, is art that focal point, you know, like,
Absolutely.
Is it really present in your day-to-day life?
Absolutely. Like every day I'm doing something creative or something artistic, and it's kind of grown and kind of morphed into something more than just, you know, the typical like working on canvases. I MC, I act, I write music, I design, interior design. I was really doing a lot of interior design jobs prior to COVID hitting. So, but now I'm back to doing what I love doing, and that's anything creative, anything in that realm. I'm down to do. I'm down to try. So it's exciting.
Okay, great to know. So, what are you painting now? Like, how has life affected you? Like, you know, art is really, really deep. You know, so going back to that question, the naked truth. You know, what has this taken you out of any level of trauma, or how intimate is your art as it comes to your real life, you know? Because sometimes we have visions and we see things like you see pretty people, so you paint pretty people. But where is this art coming from? Is this coming from seeing things or feeling things?
It's all emotion. It's how I feel. It's being inspired. It's about humanity. So I feel that my art, the messaging through my art, most of the time I like to focus on the positivity. I like to focus on love. But most recently, I've kind of ventured into the dark and the shadow work through my paintings. And I actually have an exhibition coming up here in Las Vegas next month. So I'm really excited about that. And it's all about love, religion, honor, and death. And it's very heavy. And, you know, I've been intimidated to kind of put that out there in the world, but there's no better time than now. And I feel very strongly about it. Right now is the time.
Hey, listen, it's levels to this life and living. And, you know, just having children, I think that even when I speak with young adults and parents, and, you know, just being in the industry, because I didn't even explain how we met. So shout out to Look Style Society. This was one of my clients. Did you call in or were you walking in? I don't even remember the first time.
I logged in online, and then the person canceled on me last minute, and then I had to talk to management, and I had an attitude. I was like, I need somebody that can do my hair. And I said, don't be giving me somebody that's confused. And then they gave me someone that was confused. And then Connie rescued me. She came up in the room. She's like, oh, no. She's like, I got to rescue this girl.
Oh, she was around the corner.
I ain't gonna say no names.
I didn't either. I called myself. Do you know I totally forgot that's how the whole dynamic went down?
Yeah.
And
I was like, I
was like, come on, honey. No, we love you, but not for this project here. Like, come on, girl. Yeah, and it was definitely a conversation and an energy connection there.
Yeah. And I think I needed my hair done for like a photo shoot or something was going on where it was just kind of like I was in a panic mode. I was like, oh my God, I need somebody to help me.
Yes, and we got in and out. Yeah, and shout out to my media assistant here, Davita Bailey. You guys, she typed that in, Princey and Child. So she just put that in the comment section. So explain to people how you came up with Princey and Child and what exactly that is.
Okay, so everybody always says Princey and Child. Like, where'd you get that from? That's so unique. That's so weird. And I'm just like, well, it comes from my grandmother. So, like I said before, my grandmother was also a really, really good artist, and her name was Prince Seller. And she passed away from cancer in I get emotional in 2014. And one of the last conversations I had with her bedside in the hospital was about legacy and about not she didn't have any regrets in life, but she said she regretted not following her purpose in life. And she just encouraged me, she said it wasn't too late for me and I still had time. And I made a promise to her that I would keep the legacy going. So that's where, and her nickname was Princey. So that's where the Princey comes from. And then she always called me Wild Child because I always had to do things my way. And I always challenged the norms. And, I asked a lot of questions and I had to find my own way. I never just let someone kind of dictate things to me. So we had a very, very special bond. We did art together. She is the person that introduced me to acrylics and to pastels, which I hadn't worked with before. I was primarily working with ink and pencil work prior to me and my grandmother spending more significant time together before she passed. So when she passed, I inherited all her old color pencils and all of her old unfinished artwork and everything like that. So Princey and Child is very special to me, and Princey and Child right here,
Okay, shout out. I love it. Yeah. So marketing at its finest. Yeah, so that's really deep. And I always tell people that trauma doesn't define you. It just informs you, and just that traumatic loss. And that's what you said your new pieces were really about, love, life, that like coming out of a darkness, and that although we grieve, I think sometimes that we try to heal from things, but ultimately sometimes you just got to deal with it. Yeah. Everything is not about a healing. Yeah. And I think that is where sometimes there is a confusion. It's like, why am I still feeling? Because you are still feeling. Yeah. You're going to feel some kind of way, just like yesterday was my brother's birthday and we spent the day together. Right. Yeah. And I woke up very emotional, like, wow, I just can't believe he's not here. 51 sons and this boy is not here, and I am doing everything he had always told me to do. Wow. Because he would always be like my pusher, you know? He used to be like, oh, so you big, huh? And I would be like, what? Like, so would be going crazy and cussing him out. And he'd be like, man, you need to, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would be so combative. And now it's like I'm doing things. And when I think about him, it's what he had been telling me to do, originally. And I think that you and I share that gift of an empath, because when you are, and I always tell people I'm an empath. So I always kind of know what's going on, especially in that career field of touching and spending time with someone and in their head. You are connected. There is a tie that goes in on that. And just, just having that level of empathy and being able to absorb pain. Yeah. In negative situations, and understand process, order of operation, as well as how to create these powerful dynamics.
Yeah. Just to even add on what you were saying, like a lot of times my commissions are some of my most favorite work, is because I don't just do commissions with just anybody. I have to interview the person. I have to be in their space. I want to know like why they want this piece. I want to know about their history. I want to know why they love this color, all the things, because I want that piece. It's not about me. It's about that person. And it's about their story and about their life. So when people walk into their home, they are very proud because that is representing their life, their history, their future. And it's also a way to pass on legacy in other families on a higher level.
Exactamundo. And that's, like I said, just absorbing. You have to have that conversation with them to just absorb their energy and even understand how can we connect? Yeah. How can we create love in here? So that's really powerful. So my next question is, how do you stay grounded, when you absorbing and you creating these pieces, that
I
evoke
isolate.
emotions.
I have to isolate. I spend a lot of time alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, everybody gets so mad. They be like, I'm not even lying. I got like thousands of like unread messages, text messages, voicemail. One time my mom threatened to call the cops on me because she was like, you better answer my phone call. No, but I just need to just disconnect from people because it's so heavy and I'm feeling all these emotions from all over and all these different entities that I don't have enough energy to give as much as I can give to other people. So I just literally have to isolate and just be quiet and just try to process everything that I'm thinking and feeling. And it's hard. And that's why a lot of times for me, art is my way to express. That's why my stuff is very vibrant and colorful. It's because there's so many things going on in my mind and in my brain. It's hard to articulate to people this craziness that's going on in my mind, my heart, my soul, my body.
So tell us a little bit about this collection, your exhibition that's coming up. I did drop the information in my Facebook page, but if you are on our Instagram page, they can go to your page.
Yes, they can go to Naya, that's Niyar Rivera, Rivera, or Princey and Child, Princyand, Child, Child. And it's going to be on November 3rd. That will be my opening reception. It will be November 3rd. It's a Sunday. It's from 6 to 9. If you message me directly, I can extend a VIP pass to you. Otherwise, you can get a pass. It's free of charge on Eventbrite. And I'm super excited because this whole exhibition is pushing myself out of my comfort zone and trying to force conversations and for people to kind of do self-evaluations. And it's called Love, Religion, Honor, and Death. And I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of energy, a lot of death, a lot of sorrow. And I just want us to get back to the core of humanity, which is all revolving around love. You know what I mean? And I just hope that this exhibition enables other people to be vulnerable, because this is very vulnerable for me, because how I grew up, what I've been going through. I recently lost my stepfather back in May, and I was very close to him, and just dealing with that. And previously I lost, another close friend of mine by suicide. So people are hurting, wow. And people need to get out, and people need to talk and reconnect with one another.
Exactly. So how many pieces are in your exhibition?
At this time, I do not know. It could be more or less. It depends on when I get finished, how I feel about things. But I'm hoping to at least show 12 to 15 pieces.
Okay. So you mentioned 4 different topics. You said love, religion,
honor,
and
death.
So let's talk about each one a little bit.
Okay.
So love, what is that artistic what is that?
That's the question. I want people to engage with me, and that's why my pieces are going to be more of mixed media styles, not as abstract as I normally do. There's going to be portraiture in there, some realism in there, because I want people to start thinking about what love means to them on different levels, whether it be a mother-daughter love, a grandparent to a grandchild, a friendship love, a romantic love, a lost love, all those things.
What do you, in one sentence?
Oh Lord.
What is love to you?
In one sentence.
You can make it a paragraph. No, I didn't mean to put that pressure.
No, it's not pressure. Love is life, humanity. That's it.
Okay. What is death?
Death, we're all trying to figure that out.
What is honor?
Honor is respect, integrity. Nowadays, people are kind of convoluting it and thinking opinion is honor. And I kind of disagree with that perspective. So I kind of want to challenge that. People are throwing out patriotism and certain, propaganda words. And I kind of want to challenge that, what honor really means. Like, do you honor your wife? Do you honor your family? Do you honor your actions and your words, are they, cohesive, those type of things. So I want to challenge that. I want to make people feel a little uncomfortable when it comes to honor.
What is religion?
Religion, I think it's
It's the breath work for me.
I think that it's a creation that I'm not sure that it was created by a higher power. I think it was man-made. So I want to challenge that also. Yes, I said it.
Okay, yes. And let me explain to you out there, if you are not affiliated with a Jehovah's Witness, especially a child of a Jehovah's Witness, that is like, I know you not playing out here. So it takes a lot for a JW kid to even, it's like I think that, and I meet so many great people.
Yes.
Like great minds that come from that rooted religion, but aren't connected, but always will be, have a level of connection, because we know the scriptures, we know the Bible.
Yes.
We would have to practice the books. Like, you better know the books of the Bible.
Out there on them streets, knocking on people's doors. I always had a headache.
Which is why we are great speakers.
I always had a headache though. I was like, I'm sick.
Oh, you didn't get your publishing,
I never. Nope. I was coming up short. And I always got in trouble too, because I would raise my hand at the Kingdom Hall, and they was expecting me to just give the answer that was, in the publication, and I was like, well, actually, I feel, and then they would just pick somebody else. I was like, didn't I just answer the question? Oh,
didn't you hate when you study for the Watchtower and raising your hand, waving, and you would be like, he saw my hand. It's like, not today. You're not gonna challenge us.
No, I was always in trouble. Always asking questions, always very curious, and I caused problems.
So, growing up in that household, was it a 2-parent Jehovah's Witness household, or was there an uneven yoking?
It was an uneven yoking because originally my stepfather and mother got together before she became a Jehovah's Witness, and then she converted to a Jehovah's Witness.
What was she prior?
What religions are there? I could just list them all.
Okay.
So she was searching, and then she found where she felt most comfortable. And I find it's for everybody. If you find your religion and your church and you feel comfortable, to each their own. But it caused a lot of contention and a little bit of strife because it was just the whole family. But I mean, there's a lot of love though. Lots of love. I'm not going to deny that. Tons of love. So
good. That's good to know. So, at what age? Like, how did you stay at home? Like your entire childhood, or?
Oh, I was gone at 18. I could not wait I was ready. I was like, any excuse. I was like, I got to go. But when I left, I was so naive. I didn't know anything. I never seen a rated R movie. I only knew about Disney, PG, and just, the preaching work. So, I mean, I had angels or somebody looking out for me because I just had.
God look out for babies.
And it was so funny because I went out to college and I did not know anything, like nothing.
Really?
Like nothing.
So what college did you go to?
I went to Washington State University.
Oh, my girl went to Washington State. Hey,
Go
hey. Okay, they partying this weekend.
Cougs know how to party.
I'm supposed to be in D.C. this weekend, but unfortunately, I don't even think I'll be able to make it because I'm
talking about Washington State.
Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah, but I was talking about D.C. Sorry. I went in party mode. Y'all know I got all this different things going on, but Connie will always be connected to a party.
Yes.
But back on topic. So we went through love, religion, honor, and death. But how do you feel about spirituality? Is there a difference? What is the difference for spirituality and religion with you?
With me personally, I think we're all birthed into this world with spirituality, and it's a matter if we connect to it or not. And then as far as religion goes, I feel like that's a construct, and it's, a mass collective, and it's for those people who are a little more lost and they're not really in tune with themselves. I feel like our Creator created all of us with a sense of spirituality because we were created in his likeness. So for me, that's how I feel about the difference between spirituality and church. I feel like you're looking for a leader or to be led, and I am definitely a leader.
Parent renegade. We're not falling for it. And it's like once you are a part of such a structured organization as the Jehovah's Witness organization, you definitely know it's some nonsense when you go in some of these places.
Yes.
It's like, girl, what is happening in here?
It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm just, why? This doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly.
Like, one thing that used to really just irk me was 144,000. I was like,
Ma,
sorry. I'm sorry.
So what about the 144,000?
I was like, this is not fair. I just got here and I can't go to heaven. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't robbed nobody. I ain't hurt nobody.
Okay. So that was as a child, that perspective?
Yes.
And now, how are you? Do you understand?
I understand a lot now that it was just...
Right.
I did not drink the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
it wasn't the right flavor for me. How about that?
Okay. So now we going deep. And this is going to be my last question about religion because it's such a touchy topic like politics. But just because you mentioned the 144,000, it's like being that child raised up with Bible thumpers, because that's really, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, and understanding Revelation and what's going on today.
Exactly.
It make you want to go back to the hall real quick, like what was, you know?
Yeah.
Or definitely tap back into that mindset of what you were already, you know, the Bible says, what is it? Hindsight is foresight.
Yeah.
So we kind of already understood what was going to happen, and now to watch it happen with false leaders, you know, idol worship with the whole celebrity thing.
Yep.
So everything is so real right now.
Speaking of idols, I read something recently that said, like, idolizing a politician is like believing a stripper really loves you. And I was like, that is facts. That is facts.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I was about to go there, you know, idolizing. Yeah. It's like, who are you? Girl, please, if you don't stay in your authentic superhero self and try to figure out that everybody causes and effects are totally different. So we're definitely going to go to different levels to things. But, yeah, you know, it's so funny because just tapping into that parenthood and Jehovah's Witness and that religious mindset. Me and my mother, she was my guest last week on the Life After Rape.
And I heard that. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you. So, yeah, and just understanding, like, people having conversations with me, like, wow, the way the perspective, like, there is life after rape, literally and figuratively. I am the product of, I am a life that was created, as well as her being able to have a life and me being able to have a life, you know? And just now, even the conversation we had yesterday, we've grown so much just from her releasing some of that trauma.
Yeah.
So, do you feel sometimes that a lot of our artistic energy comes from channeling in things that we are not dealing with childhood and our parents?
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Definitely, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So do you feel like you and your mom can be a little bit forthcoming with conversations, or is she still, you know?
It's difficult, and, you know, I feel a lot of it stems from religious beliefs of like, you know, when you get baptized, or when you say you're born again, or, you know, living in fear, you know, those type of things. So it makes it difficult to talk about certain aspects of just life. Just even having like a regular conversation, mother-daughter conversation, sometimes it can be difficult if religion plays a huge role in the family's life. And I'm not saying it's a negative thing. I'm just saying that it can cause just a mother-daughter conversation to go fully left. So, you know, when I think about my mother and my mother figure in my life, I was closer to my grandmother as a mother figure because I was able to talk to her about normal, regular things. And it was always very challenging because every time, trying to open up a conversation with my mother, there was a lot of, throwing a lot of scriptures, at me. I love some poetry. I can write me some poetry myself. But when I, just want to just have a normal, I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel.
That's so real. And I think that is one thing that we all struggle with as being these, what they call PK kids, basically. Because they a preacher. And everybody know, especially when your mama a regular pioneer. Girl.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Mom, my grandmother was an Eastern Star. You're not. My mother is a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not. We are not going to be everything you are. Like, let us have some level of identity. But what I will say is that I love my mom, and being at this age, this tender age of 50, and really looking back on my life and looking at some of our other friends' childhoods, and how we dealing with our children now, it was like, okay.
We're blessed.
Yeah.
We're
okay,
blessed.
Girls. Now, some of this stuff made sense, I was mad you didn't let me go over Mr. Porterhouse and spend the night and go to Cedar Point with all the other kids, But, it's just certain things at this level. So we have this art exhibition, and we are going to see deep inside.
Yes.
Of
deep
these.
Inside, yeah.
Yes. So you said the name of the venue is Spacecraft?
Yes, Spacecraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's located exactly where?
I don't remember the first. It's off of Utah Avenue, so it's like
industrial.
Yeah, industrial and Utah, and it's right there on the corner. So
okay, so and it is a night event.
Yes,
I'm so excited about that. If you go to my Facebook page, I did drop the Eventbrite links in there. So feel free to go in. Please support and follow. And let's come out here and find out what's going on.
Yeah. So
since we've kind of like went through a few things, so now I got to ask you again, what's your naked truth?
Oh, man.
Just based on this, like from the beginning to the end, we had a little bit of foreplay.
Yeah.
So there's healing and transparency, you know what I'm saying? And being vulnerable. It's just sometimes releasing some things. It says the scars you carry are proof that you are stronger than what hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
think for me, my naked truth is, honestly, I don't like to talk about my trauma and pain to anybody. I always use my my art as my outlet of getting it out. And I actually feel very, very vulnerable talking about myself, but I'm the first person that will try to help someone else out or give some advice. But I guess my truth is that, I am a survivor of, rape and sexual assault. And it's something that I don't lead with. I don't want to bring up. I don't like to think about. But I know that it has affected me in my relationships and having a fear of getting too close to people sometimes. So, yeah.
And you know what? That's the beginning of healing.
Yeah.
Because I said this last week. It's the heaviest conversation. But, boy, once you just release that feeling, like freedom begins when you take back the narrative of your life and those who try to control it. It's like, why are we protecting these bastards? You know what I'm saying? Why? Yeah. Because at some point, it sucks the life out of you. So back my episodes prior, it was really about freedom. And as I go back and I look at things, even as I prepare for this show today, it's almost like a 12-step program.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody was like to me, like, Connie, you want to laugh and joke and talk about everybody else's business, but like, what's really going on with you? Like, what's your naked truth? And I've had all these barriers and these boundaries, but thank goodness that I have opened up my chakras to allow myself to heal, which allows me to meet people like my friend Davita Bailey. We had a conversation the other day, and she was like, "Fran, every time I tell you something, you kind of like being real negative." And I'm like, whoa. And I love her and I appreciate her information, her criticism, everything she has to offer. But it's a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? So when you reach these levels of maturity and you have these conversations, it only makes you better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning as I go, because I had to really sit on that, because I know bitter bitches, you know? And we don't want to be them.
Yeah.
You know, like shout out to my homegirl Tay Davis. And it's so crazy because in this menopause stage that I am, because I'm older than you, and even me watching, I was watching, E actually sent me an email from, I know it was a drop from, who was that? About the menopause. And she was saying how every hot flash is a nod, like a nodule on your brain, which leads to Alzheimer. You know what I'm saying? And just, we going through menopause. So some of us is tripping, and it's like, yo, if you got real people, like, check us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be non-confrontational, happy, but what I did stress at the salon is that I've reached that age where I need alcohol every day. It makes me friendlier.
Is it a need or is it a want?
No, I need. I'm not promoting alcoholism on any level. Leave me alone, E. But you have not seen me turn up a cup right now, so there is not a problem.
Look, we doing good. We doing real good. No, to touch on what you were talking about, you know, I know that I am extremely, like I have that perfectionist syndrome. Like I'm extremely critical of myself, like extremely critical of myself. And so, and I think I'm pushing people to bring out the best in them, and it's the wrong thing to do. It's such the wrong thing to do. And so, like, I've learned that the hard way in relationships is that, you know, my best intentions can go way left. Yeah, way left. And so that's something that I've been working on, is just allowing people to just be who they are and not try to fix everything. But that also comes from, you know, my trauma of, you know, being abused, that I need to be in control. Yeah. Like at all times, like I want to be in control. I want to know what's going on. Like I'm very meticulous. Like, and it's just because of the violation of someone else taking over control over me, and I didn't like that at all.
No, that's real talk. Yeah, that is definitely real talk. Being in control and having that, you know, maintaining, so you don't end up
in a bad situation
again. Yeah, you know, and it's just textbooks. So I definitely want to encourage anyone who is going through anything, find ways to express your emotions. And before we sign out, you do have the Sound Bowl event. I put that in my...
We do.
Yeah, so tell them about that real quick.
So what we're going to do at the same location, Spacecraft, we're going to be doing a sound bath. And it's very, very healing, and it's different frequencies and stuff.
Sound bath and painting.
Yes, and painting, live painting together.
So you get a canvas, you get to paint. There's sound bowls. So there isn't one thing to paint. It's really, what are you feeling?
It's what you're feeling, and that's what you're going to be putting onto your individual canvases. Which that one is a fee for that one. That's because we're providing all the paint and everything like that.
Everything ain't free.
But then we also have the closing reception, and that one will be free, and that's also Eventbrite. So at the end of it, that will be like a Q&A, and there will be like a live performance. I may or may not sing one of my songs, but it should be really good too. But definitely wanting to get the community out there and bring people together and get some positivity out there and make some people feel uncomfortable and get out of, you know, their comfort zones.
Please, I mean, you have to get out. We cannot grow in comfort. You cannot. So before we sign out, just give them all of your social media handles, how they can reach you. What are your names on Eventbrite?
Yes, definitely. So it is Naya R. Rivera. That's NIYARRIVERA. And also you can see some of my interior design and a lot of my large scale art. And that's at Princey and Child, PRINCY and AND Child, CHILD. And yeah, I'm pretty, I'll communicate with people, online. Sometimes you might need to wait a little while, but
her business hours. Okay, will she get back to you?
Yeah. If I get back to you, you're very fortunate. You count me on a good day. No, I'm just joking.
No, she booked and busy. Period. Okay. Period. We out here. We booked and busy on our serial entrepreneurship. Understand that. You know, I am here every Wednesday at 5 p.m. This is that hot 702.5 FM radio station, one of the hottest stations here in Las Vegas with the hottest hosts. Make sure you guys tap in every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Miss Connie. That's spelled out MissConnielv, Las Vegas. I am your girl, Miss Connie. This is Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth. And shout out to Davita Bailey one more time. If you want to get twisted, she is your loctician, okay? And if you need a media assistant, honey, my girl is out here, okay? She's slinging houses, pens, and content. Thank you so much, Davita. We love you.
Thank you for having me.
Let me tell y'all something. Make sure you find releases and ways to get out of your mind. If you need to have sex, do art, play music, whatever. If you want to have a bedroom candy with a bunch of y'all miserable asses, and call me in, and I will celebrate and show you how to be your authentic self at www.bedroomcandy.com/11002. I am your bedroom boutique consultant. The cat out the bag this week was chocolate and paint, but I didn't forget about it because we was talking to Naya. Look in the catalog. Get your brush, get your chocolate. Get smelt up. No, it's swallowed. Bye. It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m. discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5.